Use the word that you're researching the evolution of consciousness. Could you speak a little bit about what that means to you, the evolution of consciousness?
Yeah.
Big topic.
Yeah, and I suppose as a bridge, I think the evolution of consciousness is connected with our healing, because all of this stuck energy, these parts of ourselves that we have become cut off from, when we can transmute that and release that, we actually expand our sensitivity, our presence in the present moment. Thomas Hubel, the Austrian healer of collective trauma, he talks about we turn the past into presence when we do this. So that's how it connects with healing. But I see a sort of unique historical moment, a sort of moment of criticality in human history, in the history of the planet, that we are moving through in this time, in which you have the first fully global, fully planetary civilization emerging, and we're all sort of becoming more and more interconnected at an exponentially faster and faster rate. And in the history of humanity, in the evolutionary history, this is like a radical shift, which I believe our consciousness has not caught up with. And there are these moments in human history where consciousness has leaped from one thing into something completely different. Like the moment that we moved from primate awareness into reflective conscious awareness, the emergence of language, these are sort of leaps into new domains of abstraction where we can be understanding mathematics and physics and talking about the past and the future and so forth. So my sense is that in this time there is a kind of evolutionary pressure being exerted, and that these new capacities of communication and connection are going to give rise to a new kind of consciousness. And that's actually what I've been witnessing in transformative dialogue, which is why I speak about it. It's emergent. It's something that's emerging. There are different people all over the world that are simultaneously coming into these new practices and ways of coming together. We also have the psychedelic renaissance and the explosion of psychedelic healing all over the world in recent decades, and those plant medicines are incredibly consciousness-altering materials. So these things combined with our collective context, with the sheer power that we now possess as a species to destroy ourselves, to create collective dystopias of control, all of this I feel is calling forth a wisdom that is proportional to that power. And so that's sort of what I've been exploring in the context of dialogue.